Hello there everyone, my name is Crazy Caleb and welcome to Badugi. This is the way the module looks. What we have here is we have basically a gambling deck. In this case we've got a little board here and we have a series of two different cards of two different players. In this case we've got our left player and our right player. And we also have a series of bet lines and a series of wins. So we're going to be taking a look at this module, and this is going to be going through three different stages of this. Our deck is at the top. It's a little cool animation of dealing the cards. But in this case, what we're going to try and do is for each round, we're going to be determining the winner of using the rules of Badugi in this case. So we're going to be taking a look at the left and right characters, and let's understand what the rules of Badugi actually are. So let's take a look. So the rules of Badugi. So Badugi is a low-ball poker game where the objective is to make the worst possible hand out of the four cards that you're given. However, unlike other low-ball games, only one card from each rank or suit is allowed to contribute to your hand. So in this case, if we were to happen to have, say, for example, a two of clubs and a two of hearts, for example, only one of these twos would be able to contribute to your hand, essentially, and that's the way that works. Same case goes for a eight of clubs, for example, two of clubs, eight of clubs. Only one of these will contribute to your hand. So let's take a look. The ideal hand is a Badugi, in which every card differs in both rank and suit. So in this case, if we had a King of Hearts, a three of Spades, a 10 of Diamonds, and a let's go 5 of Clubs, this would be a Badugi. Now, this isn't necessarily the best case that you can possibly get with a Badugi. The best case would be an ace, like for example, ace 2, 3, 4 of each individual suit. That would be the best case because that is the lowest possible hand that you can get from this case. So that's the way that Badugi works. Now, what exactly do we do with this information? So, having one card that does not differ in rank or suit results in a 3-card hand. 2-card hands that do not differ results in a 2-card hand, and so on. So in this case, what this means is that a 4-card hand is better in Badugi than a 3-card hand because because you want to have the worst possible set possible. So 4-card hand is better than 3, and then of course that is better than 2. 2 being the worst possible case. You generally are going to stay away from 2s as much as possible, but there is a case where both hands have a 2 and a 2, in which case we need to determine how we differentiate from sets that have, for example, 3 cards and 3 cards, or 2 and 2. So we need to determine how we will be ruling against that. So any Badugi beats any 3-card hand regardless, whatever, like what I just explained. Any 3-card beats any 2-card, and any 2-card beats any single card. It is very, very rare to actually get a single card to appear. If both hands have the same number of valid cards, then the highest ranked cards are compared in each hand, treating aces as the lowest rank. So that's very important. So this is how we do this. So for example, if we happen to have a King of Hearts and a 2 of Diamonds as part of our hand here, and we happen to have a, for example, Ace of Diamonds and 8 of Hearts in another hand, and these were the last 2 cards that we had to deal with, we would choose this hand solely because of the fact that these are the lowest cards that we can possibly get. This 2 is irrelevant because of this King. This King is going to be a problem for us because that is a high card. So the highest card that we have in this hand would be an 8, and we compare that to a King, and then in this case we determine that this would be our winning set for Badugi. So yeah, if both hands have the same high card, the second highest card is compared, followed by the third, and the fourth if necessary. If all ranks of all contributing cards are identical, the hand ties, no suit trumps any other. Now that in that case, for example, a tie is probably the rarest thing you're going to see. I personally have never seen this mod give a tie at all. It is extremely rare because of the way that the module generates these hands, and it is highly, highly unlikely that you'll ever see this case. But just make sure that if, for example, this was the way that we were comparing this, so for example, King and 2 and King and Ace, we would choose this hand solely because of the high card is a King. The high card is a King. They both are the exact same. And then what we would do is we can then compare the next card in the hand, and in this case, the Ace of Diamonds is the lowest, and we would therefore choose that one. We want to choose the worst possible hand, so that's what we're looking for. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how Badugi works. We're going to do some examples here, and this should hopefully clear up how this module works. And now, let's actually take a look at how we actually do the solving process for this module. Because as you can see, what we have here is we have two cards that are face up and two cards that are face down for each individual player. So we need to figure out what these are. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the locations of the two given cards in the table below. There are two copies of each except kings in the table, so that's going to be the way that this works. So we're gonna the two cards will form exactly one line of adjacent cards, horizontal, vertically, or diagonally, wrapping around as necessary on the table. The next two cards in that line are the two hidden cards in that hand. So if we take a look here, let's control F and let's do 2, for example. So we're trying to find the 2 of spades and the 10 of spades. So let's find 2 of spades. There is no 10 of spades around this 2 of spades, so it's not this one. And there's a 2 spades here, and we've got the 10 of spades here as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to continue this path to the next 2 cards, and therefore this is going to be the path that we get. This is our first hand. So 2 of spades, 10 of spades, 6 of clubs, and 2 of clubs. Okay, let's take a look. So now, let's take a look for 8 of diamonds. 8 of diamonds is going to be right here, and we're looking for the 9 of clubs around it, which in this case would be right over here. So there we go. So we get a very interesting starting set. So 8 of diamonds, 9 of clubs, 8 of spades, 9 of hearts. Okay, so these are going to be the two hands that we're comparing here. Now, here's the part where we apply the Badugi rules that we just learned here. So what we need to make sure that we have here is we need to make sure that we do not have any sets that are, any ranks that are shared, and any values that are shared. In this case, ranks or suits. We want to look for ranks and suits that are similar, and we want to get rid of the sets that we need to get rid of. Now, immediately our first thought might be to be like, hey, let's get rid of the high card for the 6 of clubs. That should solve all of our problems. Not necessarily. In this case, what we can take a look at here is we definitely want to get rid of this 10. This 10 of spades is going to be gone. So we're going to get rid of that bye-bye. Because there are 2 spades on the module, and there was a 2 of spades here. We just want to get rid of those matching sets. However, as you can see, we have a 2 of clubs and a 2 of spades on the module. So what we want to do in this case is we want to actually get rid of the 2 of clubs, because this causes a lot of problems for us. This is going to be a matching suit with the 6, and this is a matching rank with the 2s. So we're going to want to get rid of that, and this is going to be our 2-card hand for the left side for Badugi. Next up, we want let's take a look down here. Immediately, one of the things here is we've got all different suits. However, we have 2 matching ranks. Now, whichever you get rid of is completely irrelevant. I don't think that there's any specific order that they matter here, because of the fact that we have each individual suit actually present in all of these. So we can just simply get rid of 1 8 and 1 9, and that's going to be our hand. Now, taking a look at our 2 hands here, we have a high card of 9 for the right, and we've got a high card of 6 for the left. And in this case, the 6 being the lowest of the high cards, we're going to bet on that line. And there we go. When we press the bet line on the top here, we're going to place down a chip, place that there, and the card that wins will rise up. If you get it right, obviously what they'll do is not give you a strike, move on to the next stage, and just like that, you're good to go. So that's the way how this module works. Hopefully that gives you an idea of how this works. Now we need to repeat this 2 more times in order to get to sort of solve the module. And now it notes down a number that says the amount of wins that you have, because we need to note down 3 correct choices that have been made. It will not reset the number of correct choices thus far, so make sure that you note that down. So 6 of hearts, let's take a look. 6 of hearts and a 10 of spades. 10 of spades right here. Okay. So that's going to be our first set right here. 6 of hearts, 10 of spades, ace of clubs, 4 of diamonds. Ooh, that is a Badugi right there. Each of them are different ranks, 6, 10, ace, 4. Each of them are different suits, heart, spade, club, and diamond. And immediately, looking at the module, we already have a duplicate rank of 8s on this far right side, which means that we're already going to be getting rid of 1 card at least within this set. We don't even have to look at this other side. So therefore, we know for a fact that we're going to be betting on the left simply because of the fact that it is a Badugi. And this is going to be either a 3 or a 2 card hand. So let's bet on left. And just like that, there we go. Now let's get one more stage done. So let's do 10 of hearts and the 2 of diamonds, which will be right here. 10 of hearts, 2 of diamonds, 2 of spades, 5 of diamonds, okay? I meant to do 2 of spades. Whoops. Okay. And then 5 of hearts, 3 of clubs, 3 of clubs, 4 of clubs, and 10 of clubs. Ooh, that'll be interesting. 5 of hearts, 3 of clubs, 4 of clubs, and 10 of clubs. Okay. Now the order of the way that you note this down is not really all that relevant. The order itself for Badugi does not matter. It's all just about having it in your hand. Same deal with poker, basically. But the order that you get them on the module is very important because that's going to tell you which direction you're going to be going to. So let's take a look. So for our first hand, 10 of hearts, that's off on its own. That's perfectly fine. There's no other hearts, there's no other 10s. Now the 2 of diamonds immediately comes to my attention. There is a duplicate rank 2, and there's a duplicate rank of diamonds, a duplicate suit of diamonds. So in this case, we're going to be getting rid of the 2 of diamonds. Not the 5 of diamonds and the 2 of spades. We're going to be getting rid of the one that causes the problems for both of these cards. So in this case, the 2 of diamonds. And this is going to be a 3-card hand. Now immediately, looking at the next part of this module, the right hand, we're going to be taking a look. There's 3 clubs. We're going to be getting rid of 2 of these, which in this case would be the 2 highest cards. And just like that, we're now down to a 2-hand compared to a 3-hand. And a 3-hand is always better in Badugi compared to a 2-hand because this is simply just a worse deck. So let's take the left, and just like that, the module is solved. So now let's take a look at one more example. This module itself is fairly straightforward. It doesn't change per stages, but it does take a little while sometimes to get all 3 stages done. So let's Control F for queen. We've got a queen of clubs and a 6 of clubs. And that's going to give us 2 10s as well. That's going to be a bit interesting. Queen of clubs, 6 of clubs. And we got 10 of diamonds and 10 of spades. Okay. So immediately taking a look right off the bat here, there is a pair of clubs and there is a pair of 10s. So let's get rid of the queen of clubs. And let's get rid of one of the 10s. It doesn't matter really. So, yeah, because the clubs don't share the diamonds or spades. So we're good to go. And finally, 6 of spades. And 9 of diamonds, right here. That's a Badugi right there. Spades, diamonds, hearts, clubs. All different suits, all different ranks. Therefore, we're going to be betting on the right. There you go. Okay. Next up, we have a 4 of clubs and a 2 of clubs. We're going to be moving on down to the 7 of diamonds and 10 of diamonds. Okay. 4 of clubs, 2 of clubs, 7 of diamonds, 10 of diamonds. This is already going to be a 2-card hand. We're going to get rid of the 10, and we're going to get rid of the 4. Those are the highest cards of those suits. And next up, we're going to take a look at the 6 of diamonds and the 4 of diamonds. 6 of diamonds, 4 of diamonds, ace of hearts, and 7 of clubs. Now, immediately looking at this module, this is a 3-hand because of the fact that, taking a look at the table, this is a 3-hand. We're going to get rid of one of the diamonds, and the rest of the cards are irrelevant. So therefore, a 3-card hand against a 2-card hand always wins. There we go. Next up, 2 of spades. 2 of spades and a 9 of hearts. 9 of hearts right over here. And just keep in mind that this table does loop around again. Just make sure that you don't forget about that. It can be easy to miss, but just make sure that you pay attention to that. So 2 of spades, 9 of hearts, 2 of diamonds, jack of hearts. Okay, that's already going to be a 2-card hand. And let's take a look at our next bit. We've got the 10 of hearts, the 2 of spades right here. Oh wow. Okay, it's going to be a 2-card against it. 2-card against it. 2-card. It's 10 of hearts, 2 of clubs, 6 of clubs, 10 of spades. So we'll get rid of one of the 10s, and we'll get rid of the 6 of clubs. Okay? And for here, we'll get rid of the jack of hearts, and we'll get rid of whatever 2 we want. So now, taking a look at our high cards here, the high card is going to be a 10. So therefore, we want to bet on the other hand. We want to bet on the lowest possible card hand, so in this case, we're going to be betting on the left. And just like that is a solved module. A fairly simple module to do. This was covered beforehand by Tandy. However, this tutorial got removed for various reasons, and just like that, I just wanted to take care of it. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to stay crazy, stay cool, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.